what are you doing? He's a veteran backup, and Ben's going to get hurt, and you're relying on some kid that's never played before, never had a snap, and you're relying on him in case Ben goes down.
Right.
And so far so good. Yeah, we might see some things. We know Ben's going to get hurt. We know Ben is probably going to miss a game or two, that he does it every year. And you have Dobbs in there. I think they would be fine. The thing about him is he has the confidence. That first, that snap he had where in that Baltimore game where he's in his own end zone.
Oh my goodness.
And he throws a 22-yard strike. That takes amazing poise and skill to do that on your very first pass in the National Football League.
I agree. And a lot of what I enjoy about sports are those moments where now with the cameras and they have the ability with this high definition TV that you can really see the face of the player. And sometimes you can tell by the look on their face that they're in the zone or they're not. And I felt like he was in the zone. Like I felt this peacefulness that he was the right guy at that moment. And look at the greatness that came out of that in a really tough environment. I mean, that is not a friendly place to be taking, your practice snaps and to be put on display for all of those people.
Yeah. He's so, the thing about him is they say he's so smart. He was a rocket scientist or something in college. And people said, well, yeah, that doesn't translate to football smarts. You know what? I think
it kind of does.
Yeah, it does.
Let me launch this.
If you can figure out that advanced engineering, I think you can figure out whether the safety is coming in for a blitz or something. I think
yeah.
I think he got that. So
yeah. Because there is something about IQ being helpful in most areas in life, like all of them.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine that way. So,
what about the color rush jerseys? What about this color rush?
Oh my God, they look so good.
I know. I want them to wear them every single week now. I know they can't. However, I like them.
I hate the color rush jerseys on almost every other team. I think they're stupid. But on the Steelers, that looks so good.
It just is very intimidating. Here comes this black, sort of eloquent, elongated, tough-looking jersey. and matching pants, and they're just long and athletic looking. Some of the others, to your point, orange-ish.
Right. Or the Jets with their, they're all green, or the Cardinals where they're all red. Like
they just don't work as well.
You guys are wearing pajamas out there. You don't even look like football uniforms. But the Steelers,
totally.
There's something about, certain colors do certain things.
Yes.
But the all black is. I think there is an intimidation factor there.
It is bold, absolutely. And I saw a stat. I love stats that. We know that correlation is not causation, but there's a really strong correlation to whooping that happens to opponents when the color rush jerseys are selected. So I'm a fan of them for that as well.
Yeah.
Practicality.
Yeah. What did you think of those when they went, it was a week or two ago, they went with the old school, like 70s jerseys?
Oh, yeah. I like those too. I think, what was the difference? There was a difference in the numbers on the side, and there was, of course, no Nike on it and things like that. And some of that is what I think makes the Steelers great, and what makes a lot of teams great that don't have the names on the back, that haven't moved to having too much else on their jersey. There's just a real tradition that is born out of that. And a lot of teams don't have the history the Steelers have. And, I don't like to pick on teams, but, like the Chargers, they're just kind of, they've been around, but they don't have this rich history. And something about those throwback jerseys, because the Steelers were so strong and dominant in the 70s, I bet you it just puts a little extra energy into the team when they're wearing them, because the fans love them too. And you feel more energy in those, callbacks to when the greatness was, and Franco talking about what it was like to wear those jerseys. So I'm a big fan of those as well.
I think that's so true. I think that anytime you could just have a reminder of how great they were back then when did wear those jerseys. I think it's it's just a great reminder of the rich history of the team. You're right, and yeah, it can only help.
Yeah. Should we talk about the ejection?
Yeah, yeah. Eric Reed got ejected for hitting Ben. I don't know. I mean, from the way people were talking on Twitter, it seemed like it was pretty egregious. Anytime you have a player that's sliding, maybe he was trying to avoid him, maybe he wasn't. I don't know, but I mean, the way people were talking, they were pretty angry, so it probably was a pretty bad hit.
It When they show it in slow motion and you see a player's head snap in the helmet, you know that that's got to hurt. And that was what I think really caught people's attention. And then after that, your guys are going to go after him. And Marquise Pouncey got in there, got the face mask, and just you saw him extend his arm, lock his elbow. And I was like, Reed's in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want that guy coming after me. For sure.
Same with DeCastro.
Oh,
came
yeah.
right in there and he wanted to fight somebody. And that's another thing. Football is such a team game, and
right.
Everybody has to be all in, and all focused on helping each other and the one goal. You all have to work together. It's like a machine. And
Absolutely.
then hopefully that one piece that's out making stupid upside down tweets. Hopefully that piece of the machine is still on the out in. They said he was at Fitness 19 playing basketball. Go play basketball, Le'Veon. We got this.
He needs better handlers. He needs better management. He needs advice from somebody who knows what they're doing. There's a way to go about a negotiation. We probably talked about this when we spoke earlier this season. It's just become a circus. It's just become a fiasco, and it's no longer a business. I mean, at this point, you just look at the money that's been given up. You look at the way he's conducted himself. That's not how you build wealth, build a team, build your reputation. This is just craziness in a professional sporting agent's realm. You got to manage your client.
I really would like to know who's really running the show. Is it I can't imagine an agent would be saying, "Oh yeah, throw away that $8.5 million. That's okay. We'll get that later." Like I can't imagine an agent would be okay with that. I have to believe this is Bell just
being craziness. Yeah, the way that things have unfolded, it seems like he has no management. And I don't know all the legalities of it. I don't know what an agent can and cannot say, but there's just a way to go about negotiating, and this is clearly not it.
Well, the only things we do here is when he gets on social media, and when he gets on social media, he has this attitude of that he's like trying to be a pioneer, or he's taken one for for his brothers or something like that. And it's like you've made millions of dollars already, and you've thrown away millions of dollars. You're no pioneer. You're not leading some movement. You're just greedy, dude.
Right. The fans don't want to hear your money woes when they see you leaving $855,000 on the table weekly.
I believe I saw that it's been $8.5 million that he's forfeited, and that $8.5 million I think is more than I think any other running back is making this year.
The total is $855,529 per week. So we just throw one additional zero on that. They put this up during one of either the commercial breaks or broadcasting sort of stat moments. And that's an incredible amount of money.
And the other thing that it's made any Steeler fan become is an expert at the collective bargaining agreements. Like we know everything.
Right.
We know all the intricacies of the franchise tag and this tag and what if you like really, I just want to follow my team. I don't want to be a lawyer and know about escape clauses and contracts and things like that. It's is ridiculous.
It is. And at the beginning of the season, I thought this would be over by now. I felt like it would be a couple of weeks. Now it's just like you said, we don't want to hear any more about it. It's like all these scandals that involve public figures. Like the first week or so, the first couple of days, you can't get enough of it. What's going to happen next?
Right. Right.
Now it's what we said, just everybody's tired of it. And you notice that in just the public responses on social media to it as well. Nobody is on his side, so to speak.
I think even some of the people that were on his side or even they're done with it. But every week the players and the coaches have been asked about this. Every single week. And I've even heard it's like some anonymous players say, we're tired of it. Every single week they've had to been asked, like, have you talked to him? Do you know what's going on? What were you going to do? Like, can we just move on?
Right.
Goodness.
Meanwhile, there's a lot of work happening on
Right.
Heinz Field and practice fields and in locker room
Right.
meetings
Yeah.
and watching
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about the people that are there. So, okay, so the Steelers they have a nice little break, kind of almost like a bye week kind of situation, and then they're at Jacksonville on the 18th, and Jacksonville looks like to be a mess. So that would be nice if the Steelers got some nice revenge for last year.
It's so funny how time changes things. That was a game I was a bit worried about in the beginning of the year. And now look what's happened.
Look
Things
what's happened.
change. Things change.
Remember how they were so bragging about and just running their mouth and
Right.
trash talking everybody. I don't hear too much trash talking from them anymore.
Yeah, they're a little quiet.
So how's things going at Fangirl Sports Network?
Things are really great. Today, I had the opportunity to do some Instagram stories on the main page, and that was really fun. It's as we may have talked, we have a fangirl for each team, and the journey has been wonderful because, as you know, when you're out there and you're engaging with other people across these virtual channels, you can establish real friendships and start to really enjoy, like as we have, talking about something we love. So I got to do this with the other fan girls. There's 32. There's the team that's behind all of us. And I've gotten to meet some really incredible people. And, throughout this journey of us all collaborating and doing all these lives, we've gotten to know other people, some of the players, some of the people on the teams, other fans. So it has grown and it has become evident that people want to be a part of a network that is based on women and their interest in sports and the other content, of course, that we provide. So things are great. I've enjoyed it tremendously. And I know that it's just going to continue to be that way. We're looking at doing Major League Baseball as part of other fangirls being a part of it. And I also cover the Philadelphia 76ers. And I think we'll see more NBA fangirls too. So it's been a wonderful journey. And at the end of it, it's all about having a place for people, because as women, I only have a few girlfriends that really follow college football and really follow sports and really understand it. So I'm sorry, that is a really long answer to a question, but it's been great.
No, that's great. That's great. And yeah, and anytime I see something from fangirls, you guys are always having fun. People are always getting together and you're, having drinks or whatever. It's like, oh, that looks like fun.
It is fun. And it's funny in a humorous way that a lot of times when we're out, people will say, oh, what are you guys doing? You're on your phones a lot. You're actually watching the game. And that's the whole point of it, is they kind of want to be involved with it too. So we get to grow the ecosystem. We get to have the fun that we're having be extended to other people, as long as they're, not going to be, we keep it fun too. I want to point that out as well. So
Yeah.
people have said, oh, I can't believe you're friends with the girl who covers the Ravens, or you're friends with the girl who covers the Browns. That's part of it